to be bringing you a Q&A to answer some of the most common and very specific questions that we've been getting over the past couple months. It's been a while since we've done a Q&A, so let's get into it. Our first, probably most asked question lately is, what are your travel plans for 2021? And we haven't discussed this, so what are your travel plans?
I think we live in Ontario, Canada. I think the first place we'll go is out west, Canada. So probably British Columbia.
Yeah, I think we both know that going out to BC is where we want to be, and we have an unspoken agreement that we'll probably be in Alaska at some point too.
We've both been there in British Columbia before, but we really need to go back.
And I want to go to Baja.
Before we get into the second question, we want to let you know that we've partnered with Surfshark VPN to get you 83% off plus 3 months free. I think that's a pretty crazy deal. And if you don't know what a VPN is, basically it helps secure your data. We all do a lot of surfing online, whether it's watching movies, going on our social media. It's going to protect that data and make sure people aren't stealing it and using it from you.
I really like Netflix, and I've been dying to watch American Horror Story, but that's actually only in the US, so I've been able to use the VPN, trick the computer into thinking I'm in the States, and binge watch American Horror Story. And Surfshark has a 30-day money back guarantee, so if you're not happy, you let them know and they will be happy to give you your money back. So click the link in the description below and use code THISISWILD to get 83% off and 3 months for free.
Seriously, look into it. It's very, very useful.
Okay, so the second, and I'd say most widely asked question, and I think we're just going to be probably including it in all Q&As from now on, is where do you shower? And part 2 is where's your toilet?
So basically, if you've watched any of our van tours or any other videos, you'd know that we don't actually have a shower in the van. And we're lucky enough that we are at our parents' houses most of the time, or when we're traveling, we're near lakes and rivers in the summer. We're around a lot of friends, so there's always opportunities to shower. If we weren't using any of those, there's always other places where you can pay to shower, and that's no problem at all.
Yeah. And as for toilet, yes, we do have a toilet. It's a composting toilet under this bench right here. And we like it. It's not ideal. It's not like a Nature's Head or a $1,000 toilet that you'd buy, but it works for us when we need it. And honestly, we try not to use it in the van that much.
Yeah.
So, next question. Have you thought about getting a van pet? Have we ever?
We've thought about it before, a van.
Yeah. That's coming soon. It's just not ideal to train a dog, pet as in dog, in the wintertime. It'd be a lot. How does David sleep in the van while being so tall?
That's a good question. How does David sleep in any bed anywhere? I've got friends who are way taller than me, so I think I'm pretty lucky. But basically your feet just hang off the end.
Yeah.
We're not sleeping from that end to that end.
Yeah.
We're sleeping from back to front. So it's okay if my feet are hanging off. It's always been that way. It's been no problem.
Yeah, this is a double-size mattress, so it's whatever you'd find in a house. Not any shorter or anything than that. So.
Even if it's a king or a queen, I'm still hanging off the end.
Yes. Who likes to cook in the van the most? Me. Who likes to cook the most? Me. David likes to cook. It's just not ideal right now with him not being able to stand up, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm always like this in the van, so I'm not always standing in front cooking. I'm usually helping Logan by doing prep work when I'm sitting down. Yeah,
which I love. I honestly like cooking. How to make money while traveling.
Yeah.
So, we did a video about this, I think 2 videos back. We'll link it somewhere on the screen. But very quickly, there are lots of ways to make money while traveling. Specifically, go.
I basically do freelance work, and that way I can be wherever I want to be in the world and still be working. So it's freelance design work. You can do it from anywhere.
And I do social media management work, and I own my own resale business, which I'll link somewhere in the description so you guys can see it. But honestly, I think it's easy to sell yourself short when you're trying to work from anywhere. I think we kind of got caught in that too, thinking that having a traditional job was the only way to make money, and that's just not true. And once you like open your mind to the fact that you're capable of making money anywhere you go, it actually comes a lot easier than you think. You just have to get in touch with it.
It comes on fast too, it happens.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I actually can't work all these jobs. I need to get rid of something.
Yeah.
Would you add cameras outside your van, similar to a backup camera, but for the sides? Yeah.
Absolutely. When Logan was first building out her van, I thought, yeah, you should get some cameras. You should get some security cameras. I just installed some in the house I was living in, and I was like, it'd be great to have some cameras. I guess the only downside is power draw.
Yeah.
But the upside is security, and you can look outside and be stealth without pulling your curtain back with the lights on. So.
Yeah, I don't think it would really suit this build to have cameras on the outside and have like a little screen. It's a different vibe. But in the future, I think we would.
Yeah.
Next question. How did you guys meet? Go. I want to hear your story.
On a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. No, I'm just kidding. We met through work. We used to both work at a hotel, and we met through there. I had just gotten back from out west on a trip, and Logan had literally just got back from out west from living there within, I think, a month apart, and we were both back at work at the hotel. And yeah, we just met there.
And we've worked every single job together since then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we work pretty well together, I think.
Somehow we've had the same job since then.
What color is your van? Up to the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, it's a good question. When Logan first painted it, her mom said breastfed baby poop, as in the color. And then without talking to my mom said the exact same thing.
So if you're a mom, you'll probably agree.
Yeah.
We already answered a work one, but a more specific question about the work one is how many hours a week do you spend working?
Logan spends a lot of time working.
If it were up to me, I'd spend every single hour every single week working.
Yeah.
But I don't know, realistically, probably 60 hours a week.
Yeah. Right now with freelancing, I'm not working that much.
Yeah.
And by choice too. I could work a lot more if I wanted to, but I don't know, the past 10 years, I've been working full time, like overtime in a lot of old jobs, so I think I'm kind of taken back a little bit, enjoying some stuff at the moment.
Yeah, and we know that if we need to go on a trip or if we're going somewhere, we are able to close our laptops and not work that week, or maybe work 10 to 20 hours that week. So when I have nothing that's going on, I like to be working, but we also know when to take a break, kind of. What were your plans before COVID-19? Mostly people ask where you were when something big happens in the world, but I would like to know where you would be if it didn't. I like this question.
Yeah.
What were our plans? I don't really know.
I think we're very fortunate, and I think we mentioned this videos back, was when COVID happened, it really, really didn't change much for us.
It changed things for the better, and it feels bad to say that.
Yeah, I feel for everyone out there who's struggling because of it. Like, we are so fortunate, and yeah, it hurts thinking about what other people are going through. And we're just so fortunate to be moving into a roaming kind of work, and our families not being too affected by it either. And so, yeah,
But I think our plans before COVID-19 were to travel, go out west probably, but we've just pushed that a year back, which has given us more of an opportunity to focus on getting the jobs that we want, which has been a blessing.
Yeah.
We've been really lucky.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how did you get your van insured? Just regular vehicle or camper? Well, Mandy Case, who asked this question, I don't know what to tell you. In Ontario, and I'd say most of Canada, it's quite a struggle to get your DIY van insured unless you had a company build it out. I'm working with a broker right now to hopefully, fingers crossed, develop some sort of program that can help other DIY van lifers in Ontario get insurance, because right now the van is just insured as a normal vehicle, and it's not ideal, but the options are so limited, so I wish I could help you out more.
You gotta do what you can.
And if anyone knows, comment below.
Yeah. Okay, so we had some questions literally pop up right now on our phones.
So the first one we got was, what is your end game? And we both agree that the end game is to own land, mortgage free, hopefully, build a home there,
Yeah.
and be able to have space to do what we want to do and not have to worry about money every time we want to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owning modest land, having a shop,
A shop.
animals, you know.
I want to go. Simple things. We're pretty simple people. We
Yeah.
don't want the world. We just want to be able to do what we want to do when we want to do it without having to worry about money. Yeah. Next up, what strategies other than IOVERLANDER do you use to find places to park?
That's a good question.
We depend heavily on IOVERLANDER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
99% of the time, if we're out of our area, IOVERLANDER. The other 0.5%, someone will text us and say like, oh, I was there, I would go here, and send us coordinates.
Yeah.
The other 0.5% of the time is literally driving past something and being like, yeah, we can stay here, this looks good.
We've found IOVERLANDER helps us out a lot, but also like having the Instagram community and sharing where we're at safely. And our friends or people we know will comment and say, hey, I was there this week. That's a great place to park. And word of mouth is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And Walmart's help.
Yeah. Yeah, Walmarts do help.
And the last question that just came in is, how did you get started on YouTube?
That's a cool question.
We just filmed a video.
Yeah.
And it sounds so cliche.
Yeah, Logan had mostly finished her van, and I don't even remember why I think I just said you should do a tour.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll film it. And yeah, we filmed it and just uploaded it onto YouTube. And a couple weeks later, it got picked up on the algorithm,
Yeah.
and kind of went worldwide, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a big help to getting us like in front of people who are in the community. But I watched van tours when I was building out my van. David mentioned doing a van tour, and I was like, why not?
Yeah.
And that's how we got started. David already has a background in editing and knows what he's doing, and I like mentioning people in comments and answering back to them, and that's how we got started.
Yeah.
So one last question that we get asked pretty often in the comments, mostly on our van tour, is why do I keep referring to this van as mine and not ours? And that's because it is my van. David doesn't care if I call it my van. He doesn't get all angry and huff and puff away. He knows that I built it, he knows that it's mine, and that's why. I share it with him, and I love to share with him, but that's it.
Yeah, Logan was building it out before we were even a couple. So she had put her money into it, her time and everything, and I was kind of there helping when I could and just going, yeah, do it. So it's her van.
Yeah. Next van will be ours. This van is mine. Yeah.
And before you go and sit down and watch Netflix and go make dinner, or, you know, go to the washroom, whatever you're doing, make sure you check out Surfshark VPN. Seriously, it's so worth it.
Yeah, click that link in the description, use code ThisIsWild, and we will see you guys next week for more videos. Ooh, and make sure to like and subscribe, please. It genuinely helps us out.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Bye.